Welcome to Creating Wealth with Jason Hartman. During this program, Jason is going to tell you some really exciting things that you probably haven't thought of before and a new slant on investing. Fresh new approaches to America's best investment that will enable you to create more wealth and happiness than you ever thought possible. Jason is a genuine, self-made multimillionaire who not only talks the talk, but walks the walk. He's been a successful investor for 20 years and currently owns properties in 11 states and 17 cities. This program will help you follow in Jason's footsteps on the road to financial freedom. You really can do it. And now, here's your host, Jason Hartman, with the complete solution for real estate investors.
Welcome to a non-edition of the Creating Wealth Show. What do I mean by that? Well, this is Jason Hartman, as you probably know, and we are not having a show today. So why are you listening to me? Well, wanted to do something a little bit different. This is a little short demo reel. If you are a new listener, this will give you an idea as to what the show's about. If you're a frequent listener, and maybe you've listened to all of the shows, listen in. This will give you a couple of highlights. It only takes a couple minutes. This is 5 minutes and 30 seconds long, I believe. And it just gives you a little overview. It's got a few of the good quotes from our show. We kind of went into the archives and just wanted you to listen to these and enjoy them. And please, above all things, pass this audio segment on to a friend so we can get some more financially aware people that understand what's truly going on in the economy and how we can prepare for it, because we are in very interesting times. So here's a little short sort of demo reel. It's only 5.5 minutes long. Enjoy, and we will see you on show number 108.
Welcome to Creating Wealth with Jason Hartman.
Well, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome Harry Dent to the show. Harry, it's good to have you on.
Nice to be here, Jason.
It is my pleasure to interview Patrick J. Buchanan. They wipe out their debt, if they owe...
They floated away on a sea of inflation.
We're going to interview Thomas Woods, the New York Times best-selling author of 9 books, including his most recent book, Meltdown, which is all about how free markets could have prevented the financial crisis. It is my pleasure to welcome Catherine Austin Fitts to the show. She is probably the most fascinating person in the financial world. Let's welcome Ellen Brown to the show. She is the author of Web of Debt, which is a very interesting history of monetary policy and most especially the Federal Reserve. Got another interview coming up with G. Edward Griffin, the author of Creature from Jekyll Island, a very famous book about the Federal Reserve and inflation, monetary policy. I think you'll like that. It is my pleasure to welcome John Assaraf to the show. He is the founder of One Coach and also very involved with The Secret, the author of a few different books. John, it's great to have you on.
Thanks very much. Great to be on.
During this program, Jason is going to tell you some really exciting things that you probably haven't thought of before and a new slant on investing.
We're glad Jason's back. He's going to give us a little more information when we continue. The Al Rantel Show, Talk Radio 790 KABC. People live and die by this stuff, and they get themselves into trouble, and if you can help them avoid making a mistake, it's real money.
We're asking our people to become active in media, to go into education, and all the places where you can influence and lead our fellow citizens. This is the way our enemies have done it. They've taken away our freedom because they moved into the organizations that lead the country. They've captured control of the organizations to which people belong. And that's how it's done. So we're asking our people to go back into those organizations and become active and influential and try and get these people out of the heads of those organizations. That's how it can be done.
Fresh new approaches to America's best investment that will enable you to create more wealth and happiness than you ever thought possible.
My personal favorite, Peter Schiff.
Back in 1929, the Dow was worth 19 ounces of gold. It's still only worth 19 ounces of gold. The returns have been dividends. That's it. The appreciation is an illusion created by inflation.
Let's talk about how we can minimize risk and maximize return. We can virtually eliminate risk with low land value markets and high packaged commodities value when investing in our income properties.
Jason is a genuine self-made multimillionaire who not only talks the talk, but walks the walk. He's been a successful investor for 20 years and currently owns properties in 11 states and 17 cities.
It's like the Chinese symbol for crisis, which is identical to the symbol for opportunity. So crisis is an opportunity riding the dangerous wind. We just posted this on our website at jasonhartman.com, so go and download it right away and take a look.
Always appreciated the loyalty and the support of folks like you.
Because this is really all about financial self-defense, folks. We are in an unprecedented time of crisis in the financial world, but we know, listening to the show, how to protect ourselves from that.
The question they're going to ask is, did this generation, when so much was at stake, do everything possible to pass the baton of leadership to the next generation? That'll be the criteria by which we're judged in the future. And so, we're coming around that place in the track, and it's time to pass the baton. How are we going to do it? Should be something we're thinking about every day.
Our first question is from Damien. He is from Ireland. Damien says, I've been listening to your excellent podcast series for 2 years now. I'm writing to compliment you on your excellent job you're doing for your listeners. I feel your show has something for everybody.
It's great to have you here. We've never covered this topic before, Steve, and I tell you, I have to say I'm a believer. I was in Washington, D.C. being lobbyist for a day on behalf of the National Association of Real Estate Investors. Commercial properties, office buildings, large apartment complexes, etc. there. And so I'll be providing some more insight on that.
And there are big tax benefits being offered in some of these areas. We have a seminar coming up on that on the Go Zone, and we have our regular Creating Wealth seminar here in Newport Beach on Saturday.
The response was amazing. Thank you so much for your interest. I can't believe how many of you downloaded this on the first day. And then in Texas, I interviewed a lot of brokers, property managers, developers. We taped a lot of this stuff for you, so it will be on future shows, and really got some nuts and bolts for you as far as managing your properties and so forth. What we really need to do here is change our focus from being optimistic, because optimism is not warranted at the moment, to being opportunistic. So I have moved from optimist to opportunist.
This program will help you follow in Jason's footsteps on the road to financial freedom. You really can do it. And now, here's your host, Jason Hartman, with the complete solution for real estate investors.
This is Jason Hartman, and welcome to the Creating Wealth Show.